Привет, друзья. Bonjour à tous. Welcome back again. I hope you are doing well. My name is Jesse, as you already know. So in today's discussion, we're talking about something about communication, right? Just like this image. So we're talking about the 6 keys of communication. What? I forgot the E. Okay. So the 6 keys of communication. So we'll be highlighting as the E is odd out. So we'll be talking about the 6 E's of communication, right? Okay. So what is communication? So something like this. So this is a very famous story that everybody knows. So if I send this message right on WhatsApp, most people will see it, but they will not read it because it's just like plenty text like that. But if I send a message like this, people will prefer to look at it. Even if they don't have data, they will try and get data to see what the picture is. And then the moment they see the picture, they're able to get what the story is about. So both the text on the left and then the picture on the right are all the same story, right? So the text is about the story about the Tower of Babel. So the moment you just see the picture, just know what it is about. So this is a format of communication. I'm trying to communicate something to you. So that means that there are several forms of communication. I can communicate with you with text or with picture. So now in this world that you are moving in, this current generation, pictures and videos are very useful to be used in communicating or in communication, right? Text is also good, but now people prefer pictures and videos. That explains why Instagram and WhatsApp are moving high. Okay, let's move from that to higher things. So what is communication? So communication is the act of sending information from one point to the other, right? The act of sending information from one point to the other. So it means it requires a sender, a channel, and then a receiver. So the channels include several forms of channel, just like the one I showed you earlier about the picture with the text and then the picture and the text, right? So there are several forms of channels of communicating. So it can be verbal or non-verbal. It can be oral, speaking, listening, or writing, like written text or reading. It can also be non-verbal, visual expression, gestures, body language, and several of them. So these are the channels of communication. So in the previous story about the Tower of Babel, the people wanted to build something upwards. God wanted us to multiply and fill the earth. They wanted to stay together and go up, which was not God's plan. So God had to solve that problem. So what did God do? God broke their channel of communication. God made sure that He changed how they communicated. So that means that communication is very important. It is very important. Urgent, rational. It's very important. So we'll be discussing about the 6 keys of communication that will help you to become a good communicator, and then that will help you to communicate very well whatever you want to do. Okay, so first of all, in every communication, first of all has to have the idea of educating people, to inform people, right? So you cannot know what I'm thinking except if I use these channels of communication. Imagine if we can't communicate, how will you be able to transform or transfer your thoughts or relay your thoughts or your ideas from one person to another? It will be very difficult. So communication is one of the ways of being able to allow us to inform one another, to transmit or transfer our thoughts, our ideas, our intentions, what we have on our mind, our feelings to the next person, from a sender to a receiver. So anytime you are, one of the keys of communication is to educate people, to inform people, to get your message across to another person, to let somebody know something, right? That is education, that is information, informing another person. Again, the next key of communication, or the next E of communication, is to explain something, to be able to explain something so that the person will be able to understand and get what you want. Just like in the story of the Tower of Babel, the people were communicating to one another, and they were building a temple, building a tower. But the moment their communication was crossed, was cancelled, was disconnected, they could not understand one another. So because they could not understand one another, they could not fulfill what they wanted to do. So one of the keys of communication is that anytime you are communicating, you are trying to make sure that somebody will understand what you are saying. So you explain it to the person, or you interpret it to the person, or you use pictures or something to be able to help the person understand it very well. So that is the next E of communication, right? To be able to explain yourself, to you to help another person understand what you mean. So that explains why anytime you go to any place, you should make sure that you understand the language. Even if you can't speak, be able to understand the basic things so that you're able to communicate with the people. So the next E of communication, or which is also the next I of communication, is entertainment. right? To the ability to entertain the person, the ability to engage the emotions of the person, the ability to boost the interest of the person. One classical example is Jesus. When Jesus Christ went to Peter, right? He did not say that follow me and I will make you this. Rather said follow me and I'll make you what? A fisher of men. He used fish to be able to boost the interest. Peter was interested in fishing, so Jesus had to communicate with Peter with what he could understand, with what was would entertain Peter, with what was the interest of Peter, fishing. So when he told Peter that follow me and I'll make you fishers of men, Peter understood it. So one key of communication is to be able to engage the emotion, be able to boost the interest of people. That explains why most good preachers, most good speakers and comedians, they use the tool of or the key of entertainment to be able to entertain people. That explains why the entertainment industry is one of the most booming industry, because that is one of the ways of communicating. That explains why if government or if communities they want to transmit information to people, they use entertainment. Like even adverts, they don't give you a boring advert, they give you an entertaining advert to be able to engage and to be able to inform you, right? That is one key of communication: interest, entertainment. The next key is engagement, interacting. So engagement is very, very important at the Auction Wagner. That is, if there is something they call the cone of learning. The cone of learning is trying to teach us how we learn, how best we learn. So we learn best when we engage all our senses. So the more senses, the more of our senses we engage, like our eyesight, vision, like our hearing, audio, like our touch, tactile, like practicing, the more of these senses we engage in learning, the more better you're able to understand something, the more better you're able to remember something. So one way of being able to communicate your ideas very well is to be able to engage, be able to interact with another person, either asking questions or receiving questions from the other person, either liking or sharing, either doing something like practicing, interaction with the person. It is very, very important if you want to become a great communicator and if you want to communicate very well your ideas. So engagement, which is interacting. The next E is empowerment, right? So anytime you are communicating something, one of the goals, one of the aims, objectives of communicating is to be able to empower people, is to be able to inspire people. So if I tell you that share this thing, or if I tell you that take this phone and give it to me, I am sending an information to you, and then I'm engaging you, right, to you for you to do something, and you're going to pick that thing to bring it to me. So I'm giving you something to empower you to do something for me. So every communication must be to inspire people. One of the main aims of communication is to inspire people, to be able to empower people, to give them the tools to empower them to do something, to take an action, to do something that is very important. So anytime you go to church or any place you go, whatever you are listening to, you should make sure that whatever you are listening to is something that is going to inspire you, going to empower you to do something. Jesus says something that there are two people, the wise builder and a foolish builder. The wise builder is the one that hears what the master is teaching and then he acts on it, right? He uses it to work. Then the foolish one is the one who only hears but doesn't do anything about it. So to be empowered, it's just like the same thing. You are hearing it and then you are doing something. You are doing it. You are acting on it. That is the best way of influencing the world. That is the best way of accomplishing whatever you want to accomplish. Okay. Then the next E of communication is equipment, right? So anytime you are communicating with somebody, anytime you are giving information to people, you should have the idea, the perception that you are equipping people. You are equipping them with information, equipping them with good feelings, with good emotions. You are equipping them with good ideas. You are equipping them with value, something to help them up, to empower them, something to equip them, to make them great, to be able to influence the environment, to influence themselves, to influence the things around them. It is very, very important. That explains why anytime Jesus was speaking, Jesus was a very good communicator. Anytime Jesus was communicating, he made sure that he was educating the people. He made sure that he was boosting the interest of the people by telling them parables, by telling them stories, by telling them things that they needed. He was engaging the people. He was not far away. He was always with the people. He was always empowering them, giving them something to help them to do something. He was equipping them and he was explaining things. He was receiving answers. He was giving them answers, receiving questions rather. So all these things is very good. So any communication must be to educate, entertain, engage, empower, explain, and equip. And all of them must be to connect, right? To connect. So just not only because from the story we learned earlier, when their language was broken, their connection was broken. So every communication must not end at communication, but it must move from communication to connection and then to add value. Thank you, and I hope you have learned something from this. Stay blessed, and then see you educating, entertaining, engaging, empowering, and equipping others.